Hello, wherever you are in this beautiful world of ours. Today, in our ski village, we've got sunshine. We haven't had sunshine for a while, and you can see right behind me the window, the sun shining on all the green trees. And it's just glorious after all that, what did I call it, gorillas in the mist. So I decided to have a chat to my guides last night. And I always say to them, what is it that you wish to share with me today? What is it that you wish to share with me tonight? And often what happens is I get one word, and that's how it just starts. The whole thing always starts with a word. And here we go. I'm going to read it to you. So the very first thing you tell me is ionosphere. Why did you tell me that? What is it that you do wish to share with me today? We wish to expand on the universal law of all is one. You humans have not a full understanding of this concept yet. So we put a vision of it in your mind to see an expansion, and it's like ripples on a pond. So what they showed me was deep space, and in deep space was sort of like an explosion, and the ripple effects of the explosion just expanding out and out and out, reverberating throughout deep black space. So they said it's like ripples on a pond. The ripples affect everything that they come in contact with. And yet, they started from one small force. So let's call that a dot of pressure. And it was born out of frequency. And what is frequency but a transmission, to transmit? And what is transmission but a sound? Sound is your breath. Sound is your DNA. Sound is your matter. And sound is the air that you breathe. And that is why the breath is the most important tool in your human toolbox, for it is the starter of your engine, this engine. And when it shuts down, your engine shuts down. So your vibration, your sound, and your frequency that gets inhaled and exhaled is what drives your motor. And that in turn turns all the gears in your system like a Swiss watch's parts. All are interconnected, all are linked, all are working in conjunction, one with the other, and yet they all originate with the breath. And that is why when the body gets overloaded, one gives a big sigh, because the engine is taking a little too much strain. It is the working system that you need to, the engine is taking too much strain, and it is the working system telling you that you need to stop and pause and listen to what is happening and what happened in those and days and moments that led up to that release of your sigh. Now, as you breathe, what is being taken into your engine? Is it a smooth transition with no heavy additives? Is it clean and clear and unpolluted. No fibers, no smoke, no nanoparticles that could clog your engine and make it stutter and then stop. And that is why we've said walking. Walking, walking, walking. So good for the human engine. And water, in order to soothe over and smooth over all those working parts so they don't get sticky. The walking gets the breath working, clearing out all the toxins that do not get exercise when sitting at a desk or lying in bed or on a couch. Wherever possible, humans need to get their engines, their bodies moving through working or dancing or deep breathing or swimming, sport and laughing. If one wants to check the capacity of the fitness of your engine, your body, and the engine's ability to run the rest of its body parts smoothly, then we suggest walking up a hill as fast as possible and see how long it takes before you start gasping for air. Thank you so much. This is really an easy way for many of us to understand the importance of the body needing to breathe well. So I'm unfit. I did the little exercise of walking up the hill. I didn't get very far until I was running out of breath and gasping for breath. So once again, I suppose it depends how well we look after this body. How well we look after our engine is how well the engine's going to look after us. So do some deep breathing, in through the nose, hold, out through the mouth, and you'll actually hear the sound that it makes. And as I said, sound is everything. It is absolutely everything. And that is why when you have a toning session, solfeggio sounds, tuning forks, scalar waves, rife machine, all this technology, all my words are being swallowed today, but we have this technology that we actually can use, the sound frequency, which is part of our healing. And yesterday I got in my car and I was driving along and I gave a really fantastic good scream, like, ah! Like letting it out as loudly as I could. And I realized that there is actually a release that we are holding so much. And I think especially with everything that we're going through at the moment throughout the world through this pandemic, we actually don't realize how we are actually holding. We are holding ourselves together. We are holding our businesses together. We are holding the line. We are holding a space for friends, for our children, for our partners, for our parents, for our brothers, for our sisters, for our friends. And you know, with all that holding, the body is taking a bit of a beating. So maybe it's time to book a session for yourself, a session of silence, give the body a break, release, look into scalar waves, look into rife machines, ancient solfeggio sounds, the tuning forks. I know Alba Weinman holds sessions with those, private sessions and gatherings. And I've had the luxury of 2 sessions with her. And also what happened was, with one of them, it's like a wheel alignment or a warrant of fitness for your car. It aligns you again. It cleans out all the receiving centers, which are all your chakras, which once again is your sound system. So I then started receiving messages from the ninth dimension, not the ninth dimension, but the ninth chakra. And that chakra is like the mothership, and it's got filaments, and it feeds all down, and it connects with all the other chakras. And it holds all your lives there. It's all mixed in with everything. And it's a transmitting and receiving station. So sound is everything. So now when we get back to the beginning, when they spoke about 1 dot of pressure, how many dots of pressure are you putting on yourselves at the moment and on others? And what are the sounds that are coming out of your mouth? Because that's all we do. That's how we communicate with each other. We just make sounds. So I want you to go into a quiet spot where nobody's around. And I want you to repeat your name out loud 10 times, 10 times. And I did it the other night, and it was something that my guides guided me to do, to actually really appreciate sound. And you know, when the cavemen were there in the beginning, they said that they just made sounds like, but they were communicating. And if you repeat your name 10 times, you're going to actually realize that it's nothing but a sound. And yet we interpret all these sounds to mean something. So let's start making the sounds that come out of our mouths, this portal of light, be light to ourselves and to everybody else, that comes into your ripple. And that's how we started this chat today. That everything starts with 1 point of pressure, frequency, and sound, which always has a ripple effect. So what is the effect of your ripple? Who are you affecting with your sound? And that's all I've got to say for today. Okay, lots of love. Cheers.